Hey! Oh, dude. The second time. Now I gotta blur out the damn intro again. Hey everybody, it's Stack here from the Ed Boys, and welcome to episode 8 of the Road to 100 Mil Mobile Only. At the end of last episode, I was going for some range levels, and at the beginning of this episode, I missed out on the 40 range clip. With 40 range, I can make some upgrades, mostly green d'hide. I can't do the green d'hide body until I complete Dragon Slayer. I plan on doing that pretty soon, but not before I make these handful of range upgrades. I want to do a few more range levels, probably get up to 50, but now that I can get some better range gear, upgrade the accuracy, make the DPS a little bit better for XP rates, I might as well do that quick. No way with the curved bone. Are you kidding? Already hill giant pet, basically. And a long bone. Damn, dude. This is just from levels 40 to 50. One curved, one long. RNG spiking. Alright, a bit of a trip there, getting up to 50 range, but that does it. 50 range is achieved. I can now go upgrade to the Ava's Accumulator, which is kind of nice overall for the cape slot. Pretty solid upgrade. I'm going to be done with some combat life for a little bit for now. I have some things to go sell off, and actually no, I take that back. I want to do some magic before I move on. I want to go sell some things, buy some runes, and then I'm going to do mage, so forget what I was just saying. It's not that I had very much to sell, but overall just some random loot that was hanging out in my tab. Mostly stuff from like the clues, and then a little bit of loot from hill giants here. But I'm going to buy some runes. Probably going to go for 40 magic. I went for 40 strength, attack, defense, and then 50 range now, but I think 40 magic is going to be a good stopping point. For now, I'll probably go back to the hill giants. We'll see. Give me 60 seconds to make the decision, though. So for these low magic levels, I won't do basically any magic damage or be able to actually safe spot here. Hold on, I gotta figure out these safe spots while I'm messing around with it too. Overall, not gonna take too long to get a decent magic level here. Already sitting at 8, and really at like 15-20 magic, I'll start doing decent damage to actually start getting some XP and be able to get some kills and maybe even move on to Moss Giants by then. But for now, just working on some mage gains, mostly gonna be splashing, but slowly getting some kills. Hey, and 45 hit points coming in hot. And 9 magic real quick. Alright, there we go. To be fair, at these low magic levels, gains are going to be quick. And I have these Zerisian robes in the bottom of the Envy, as you can see, for when I'm high enough level to put them on to increase some of the mage accuracy. We're probably wasting too much time just hanging out at the hill giants talking about mage gains anyway. Only sitting at 18 so far, really not a huge deal. As you can see in the chat too, 825 total level, so overall making some gains. I'm going to move on to Moss Giants here just to change not only the monster, just scenery and overall how the grind feels, I guess. Getting some mossy keys would be interesting rather than giant keys for, I don't know how to say her name. For the Moss Giant boss, it wouldn't be too big of a deal. Just as interesting as getting the hill giant keys though, the giant keys for Obor. Hey, there goes 19 magic, by the way. I'm probably going to sit here till 40 magic, see how many keys we get. Overall, these keys are going to sit in the bank for a little bit, but it still gains. Just hit 40 magic. I can now teleport to my own house, which would be nice when I buy a house, which I probably should get on that sooner than later. In general, making a solid house in old school is just good progress overall. Having a good house is a big deal. This will wrap up my combat for now. I said that earlier and thought I would do more combat. I think I'm done for a good bit. 40 magic, 50 range, 40 in each of the melee stats. Pretty solid gains so far. I'm going to go back to a little bit of fishing and hunter life. First of all, I have some clues to do though. Here's a medium casket dug up. This is the first medium casket on the account, if I'm not mistaken. I could be blowing it, but first medium casket. I have a handful of caskets in the bank too. Let me go grab those first. Overall, the first beginner clue that I had stacked up here ends up being the best clue that I've opened yet. Getting this sandwich lady hat was pretty solid. Other than that, legitimate garbage the entire time. Even the medium clue, only 2.5k. We can move on. And there's 100 pearls. This will be piece number 3 for the angler's outfit. 3 out of 4. It's basically done, right? Only another 100 pearls. Doesn't feel nearly as bad if I don't have another piece afterward. Up to this point, every time I was just about reaching 100 pearls, it only felt so good because I still had another piece to go, or even multiple after that, so it's nice to get another piece going here. Currently have the chest and the legs. I'm going to go for the hat, and I'm going to save the boots for last. 3 out of 4 pieces. At this point, I put enough time into aerial fishing and talked about aerial fishing enough. I think I'm just going to grind out the next piece through and through, not go for any clues or whatnot, any other gains, and I'll see you in the next clip with piece number 4. There it is. There's another 100 pearls, as you expected. Next clip, next angler's piece. This will be the last bit of anglers, well, the last bit of anglers that I need, but the last aerial fishing that I'll be doing probably at all on this account. I didn't get the golden trench, which really sucks. I didn't even think about that for the first like 2.5 pieces. The golden trench is kind of a big deal for the untradeable cosmetic piece, but no golden trench. That'd be the only reason to come back. The 2 rods are not a horrible idea to come back for, so I might do that too. But for now, I've done enough anglers fishing, or aerial fishing. I was mostly doing this for the angler's outfit, so it feels like angler fishing, but that's not what I'm doing. It was aerial fishing, and overall, it was really solid gains. I was pretty happy with it, but I'm definitely ready to move on to other things. Nice to finally have my full anglers. First, before I do anything else, let's go check up on other fishing gains. Oh, God, son of a... Can't see a thing. Oh, God.
So is it true you're living with your parents?
Yeah, at the moment, I went to visit them, but I'll be moving out of the place that I pay rent for really just in a couple of weeks. What does this have to do with RuneScape?
So far, what is your favorite part of the road to 100 mil?
Favorite part of the road to 100 mil so far? I don't know, probably... Would you ask me? So after finishing my anglers at aerial fishing, I'm currently sitting at 78 fishing. It's going to require 82 to do any minnows, even with the angler's outfit. I don't only want to do minnows for future fishing moneymakers, but that's kind of the main goal at the moment. So I'm going to sit here and do harpoon fishing for the last 4 levels, some swordfish and tuna. It's not great for XP rates. It's not even the best for GP overall, but it's pretty AFK. And with all the fishing I've done, I'm not in a hurry, so probably an episode and a half, if not 2 episodes from now, I'm going to come back to some fishing life, and we'll see 82 fishing. But this is going to be a real, I guess, back burner project for a bit. So we're already going to go back to some combat life for a little bit. I want to make some Slayer gains, and mostly want to be doing some range life. I did buy a magic shortbow. I'm buying the shortbow scroll to make the imbued shortbow, and some blue dragon hide, including the chest, which is you don't have to do Dragon Slayer 2 for, unlike the green Dragonhide chest. So with these upgrades, I'm also going to go grab my accumulator and then go get some Slayer done. Not that I only plan on doing range, but a lot of tasks will require range, including the one I'm on right now, which we'll see in a second. I need some range for in general, so it's good to get some upgrades. So the task that I got was vampires. There's a lot of vampires in the game that you can fight, but overall, the majority of them required a quest to fight if they were like pretty easy to kill in general. There is a safe spot out here in the swamp. There might be multiple, but this is one that I am aware of that I can't tap on this vampire to save my life. If I bring him over here, I think there's a few weird squares around here that makes this safe spot kind of easy. Overall, I only need a handful of kills, as you can see. I got a couple of clues to work with. Here's a beginner casket. That is the most ridiculous thing I've ever seen. And for the easy casket... Son of a... Need some goddamn chalky milk. So for some more gear upgrades for the melee side of things, I have a couple of filler slots. I don't really have any gear in. I need a cape, bracelet, and boots basically. I'm going for the obsidian cape, the combat bracelet, which I'll be hoping to get rid of once I get even more questing done with, of course, and then some rune boots for now. just to fill in and get some extra stat boosts, mostly defensive, but a little bit of offensive boosts too. Damn, this is only like 12 kills into this task. I've gotten some Mystic Boots. These aren't that expensive, but they're a 1 in 512. In other words, if I was on like an Abbey Demon task, this likely would have been a whip, something like that. If that's how you want to think about it. Either way, it's just pretty rare, pretty interesting. The first like rare drop I've gotten from Slayer. And it just happens that low-level Slayer drops are not very expensive. Just about to grab 30 Slayer, been making some solid gains so far. Lower level Slayer is pretty garbage. Overall, the money is clearly not there. You're not making much cash, period. And the XP is pretty slow, just not doing that much damage. You really can't make that much Slayer gains at this level in general, but making any gains is getting us closer to higher level, and in the long run, I would like to use Slayer for some money making in general during this series, but also, it's only going to be a small portion of it. I want to make sure this account has pretty high Slayer overall, though. It's definitely worthwhile to train. Second long bone of the episode? Are you kidding me? Alright, at least it's not another curved bone. It's not absurd. And I mean, eventually it's construction XP. It's not worthless. I was saying earlier in this episode, having a good home is very useful, so maybe I should make more construction gains. Just got 6 mil total XP, as you can see up in the corner by my map, but also about to grab 35 Slayer. Probably the last big Slayer milestone, I guess. Not that it's a big Slayer milestone, but the last like Slayer level that I'll show on the episode. Last bit of Slayer gains for now. Like I was saying before, lower level Slayer is really not great for money, but I still would like to get the levels out of the way so eventually I can do tasks that make pretty solid cash. So we're doing a lot of other things that are making cash and then making some other gains, some of the necessary lower level gains alongside it. And that's going to include some Slayer basically every episode for a little bit. This will be the last bit of Slayer, excuse me, for this episode as I stumble my way into the next clip. Damn, dude, I didn't even notice right away. I just got a big swordfish. This is not that big of a deal, I guess, but I haven't had very many. I had a bunch of them on my hardcore because I did a lot of fishing, but I think I only had the one on the main. Fairly low XP for it, but it's nice to see something unique while fishing. Overall, just harpooning swordfish and tuna can be very boring, so it's pretty exciting to see something. I've mentioned construction gains a couple of times. I don't have any construction gains so far, or a house to put this up in, but eventually I will, so I might as well stuff it, put it in the house. Pretty cool. I got an elite clue from fishing too. Show this to Sherlock means it's possible I can get this step done. The vast majority of elite Sherlock steps have to be out of my range, right? I'm going with Camelot teleport to Sherlock, and then I'm using the skills necklace to get back, and I'm just gonna see what he asks me for. If it's something that I don't have at this point, I will likely drop it. I'm more likely to see another elite clue before I go to get those levels at this point with the amount of fishing I plan on doing. And even if I can do this step, I'm likely to see a step that I'm gonna want to drop, but it's worth checking out. You never know. Sherlock, what do you got for me, brother? Sherlock, give me the lucky step. Cut a U-log. Wait a minute. That's not absurd. 37 wood cutting is a bit of a jump to 60, but at the same time, 60 wood cutting is one of the lowest elite clue steps I think there is for Sherlock. So that's actually one of the luckier ones I could have gotten. I'm going to stick to this one for a bit. I don't plan on doing wood cutting immediately, but maybe, just maybe, I got to do wood cutting sooner than I planned just because of that. Oh my god. Okay, hold on. Where's the crew when you need him? Wait a second. Yo, can we get, where's Johnny? Yeah, Johnny. You just get him in here, man. We should be filming right now. Yeah, I got a pet. Tell him I got a pet. Yeah, a pet. Episode, like, 8. Not even kidding. We got no crew going footage-wise, only in-game footage. Dude, the mobile luck has been insane. We're on? It's good? Could somebody explain to me what just happened? Okay, 21 thieving, Rocky. We don't have a clip of me explaining in any way, shape, or form why I was even doing thieving. I'm working on, I need 25 thieving for the dig site quest. I think I brought it up recently that I wanted to get 100 kudos. And I just got from a silk stall, dude, like second inventory at the silk stall. I am about to grab 25 thieving for the dig site quest. I still don't really have words for Rocky here. I'm not sure if I said it in the clip, but I don't actually plan on insuring him immediately. I just don't have that much money on this account that I'm trying to make 100 mil towards. So yeah, I guess I can move on. I'm still working on some questing life, but I got a pet. This account already has a pet. Alright, there is the dig site quest complete. Now I can clean finds, and this is also required for Fossil Island in general. I would like to unlock Fossil Island, mostly for like herbivore and birdhouses, so I guess some hunter XP coming in hot. But I still need 100 kudos and whatnot. That's what I'm going to be starting the next episode with. For now, let's go check in on the cannonball life. You may have forgotten that I was working on AFKing some cannonballs. I almost forgot that I was AFKing cannonballs. I've been doing a lot of fishing for the AFK life instead, but this finishes up a big chunk of steel bars. Let me run over to the Grand Exchange quick. Cannonballs aren't looking the healthiest they have in price. It's really not terrible though. Overall, the profit's been pretty solid. So here's another few mil that I'll be adding to the cash stack once these sell. Overall, I still have a lot of my money in like items. For instance, all the swordfish and tuna I've been catching, I haven't sold and whatnot. So I don't really have everything consolidated into one cash stack right now for an overall cash check. The bank's probably sitting around 7 or 8 mil though. Not anything insane, but overall the progress hasn't been too bad. Favorite part of the Road 100 mil. We're pretty early into it. Pretty early into the Road 100 mil so far, so there's really not.
I think you could look at the camera a little bit more.
Look at the camera more?
Yeah.
Did you just tell, bro? I'm trying to play RuneScape here. Nobody cares when I'm looking at the camera. We never have webcam. The fact that I'm here at all is bonus footage. What are you talking about? Look at the camera more. The camera should be looking at me more. Yeah, that doesn't make any sense. I'm just winging it here, really.